Neuzli from To Health With That. Thank you so much to Morning Laziness for having me on. I am super excited to talk to you today about creative things that women entrepreneurs can do to stay happy and calm, most importantly, calm. So being a female entrepreneur is crazy, right? There's so many things that pull at you. Your family, kids, certainly, partners, social life, all of the things that you want to achieve. And then of course, your business baby, because your business is like another giant baby. And it takes so much time and so much energy, and it can be really hard to keep yourself as a priority, to keep yourself on the list of things that you care for. And so, I just want to share a few things that I've learned to do and practices that I've cultivated over the years, because I'm going on 20 years of being an entrepreneur. So I've had a little bit of time to do this. One thing I do want to say, take 5 to 10 minutes. And I know 5 minutes sounds like a completely meaningless amount of time, but if you say an hour, you're going to fail at this, right? Take 5 to 10 minutes to pamper yourself physically, right? Show your physical self some care, whether that's a foot massage, whether it's, facial gua sha or a mask or a beautiful 10-minute steamy hot shower for no reason other than just you want to be in there and it's nice, right? Something that you can do to really show yourself that you still care about yourself every day. 5 to 10 minutes. Doesn't have to be the same thing every day, but a little bit of time devoted to caring for yourself as a human. And I know, again, 5 minutes sounds so small as to be meaningless, but it's not. And you can fit 5 minutes into almost any day, right? You can't fit an hour in, let's face it. Most days don't have an extra hour for you. So the other thing that I really think is important, and for me, this was something that I kept in my office when I had a brick and mortar private practice. I always keep an essential oil diffuser. Here's my diffuser. It's a wonderful thing. So there's a lot of research behind essential oils showing that they actually physiologically can reduce stress levels, right? They measurably reduce stress hormones. They reduce stress response, especially lavender, bergamot, and frankincense. Those three are especially well studied for the relationship with stress. And there's other ones that are uplifting, right? Like citrus tends to be very uplifting and energizing. Rosemary tends to be uplifting and energizing. So it depends on what you're going for. But there's two reasons for this. One is the oils themselves, right? And the beautiful smell, and it's wonderful. It's very nourishing in a soul kind of way. But the other is sort of the ritual, right? If I am hitting walls and getting stuck and things aren't going right, I can take a deep breath, take a few minutes, and actually fiddle with this thing. It takes some doing, right? You've got to fill it with water, you've got to choose your oil, put your oil in. It's not a giant task, less than 5 minutes again, but there's a little bit of a ritual around it. And in that ritual, right, where I am filling the burner, smelling the oils, feeling out what I want, putting them in, there's that sense of kind of coming back to center, right? And regrounding with myself. And so taking that space for the ritual actually really matters, right? It's a tangible break between tasking and between doing and between seeing clients or seeing patients or whatever you do. And so that ritual matters, but then also you get the benefits of the essential oil. You get the benefits of that scent, and those are proven, right? Like those have been well documented. But also it's a pleasure, right? It's just a moment of pleasure, and we need those. We need those to stay balanced and to stay centered. The other thing, being a women entrepreneur, being any entrepreneur, there are a lot of days that feel like you're moving backwards, right? Like you're not going anywhere. Nothing is happening. Things aren't clicking. Things aren't working. Nothing's coming together. They're kind of dumpster fire days, right? We all have those. It's really important every day to check in, not just with your day and how that's been, but with your week, with your month, with your year, right? Because when you zoom out and look at the big picture, you can see how much progress you're making. You can see how much you're moving forward. But when you're stuck in that dumpster fire of a day, it doesn't feel like you're moving anywhere. If anything, it feels like you're losing ground, right? And there are days when you do lose ground. It's just like that. Business is like that, right? There's days that you are actually moving backwards. That's life, right? But by zooming out and getting that feel. Now, I'm a bullet journaling addict, right? Like, that's my thing. I love it. I love it. It makes me happy. So for me, I have, systems in place where I can look at a week, look at a month, look at a year. But no matter what you use, right? If you're a pen and paper Luddite like I am, then bullet journal. If you're technologically minded, then have some way of tracking both tasks and goals and progress, all of those things, so that you can see how far you've come, even if you have no systems and you don't want to generate a system because that sounds super time intensive. Fine. Okay. Think about where you were a year ago. Think about where you were a month ago. Have you moved forward? Yeah, I bet you have. I bet you've moved like huge leaps and bounds forward. It's just hard to see on those terrible, terrible dumpster fire days. So those are my 3 things for women entrepreneurs. Thank you so much again to Morning Laziness for having me. And I'm Dr. Amy from To Health With That. Bye.